All right, welcome to Barely Homesteading. Lumberjack and Mama Bear here, and we want to talk this week about our new property, our new homestead, and which of our priorities from our last video we were actually able to get. So overall, with our new homestead, we came out ahead of where we were. We got a lot of the priorities that we wanted, and for those priorities that we didn't quite get or didn't get all of what we wanted, it's things that we can work on ourselves and add and hopefully not give ourselves heart attacks. But lots of things that we were able to get that we wanted. So our number one priority for the homestead was land. In Colorado, we had 10 acres, and with this change, we were hoping to update to at least 30 acres. Well, we ended up with 130 acres. And so we've got plenty of land to do all sorts of things on. In fact, we actually had family members that were asking us, what in the world were we gonna do with so much land? Well, for those of you homesteaders out there, I'm sure you've got lots of ideas of what you could do with 130 acres.
Stay tuned and you'll find out.
So our second priority was internet. In Colorado, we had line of sight radio internet, had about, we averaged about 12 down and 3 up. On a good day, we might get 20 down. On our new homestead, we actually have fiber internet, and that was one of the big selling points, is so that we could continue with me working remotely, not have to change jobs, and be able to get this new property, new homestead. With our fiber internet, we've got 100 down and 100 up, and it is very consistent, and so it's working pretty well for us, and we're very happy that we were able to find such a property that has such great internet. So another big priority for us was trees. And on our 130 acres, we have lots and lots of trees. We've got standing dead that we can take down for firewood. We've got some smaller, newer trees that we could cut down for Christmas trees. And we've got great, big, nice, live, healthy trees. And we actually have quite a variety of trees here on the property. A lot of evergreens, actually mostly evergreens, but we also have some cedar, and we've got some smaller deciduous trees. So quite a variety, but mostly, conifers, pines, firs, etc. So our next priority was a high producing well, and we do have a well on the property. I wouldn't necessarily call it high producing. It's probably about what we had in Colorado, but there is a well on site already. We don't have to install one, so that is a good thing. So I would say that this is probably a draw with what we had before. So our next priority that we wanted was some sort of house or structure that we could live in while we were, starting the homestead. And we actually upgraded quite a bit on this one. So we've got a 6-bedroom, 3.5 bath home that is fully livable. It's a little bit older. It was built in 2012, I believe. But it is big enough for our family, and while it required a little bit of update to the painting and the flooring and things, it was, basically livable. So we've got that priority, not only met, but upgraded from what we had before. So another of our priorities was infrastructure for the new homestead. And in Colorado, we started with nothing, and on the new homestead, we're starting with nothing again. There is absolutely no infrastructure whatsoever, no fencing, no outbuildings, no existing gardens. There was supposedly an apple tree on the property somewhere, but we can't find it. So we're starting completely from scratch. So for example, here is where we want to start putting in a garden area. And I was clearing this today with the tractor, and it was, you know, completely wild, just like you're seeing over there earlier this morning. So lots of work for us to do to get the homestead part of our adventure up and going. But that's what we knew when we were buying the property, is that we were going to have to start from scratch. So one of our big priorities for the new homestead was access. Back in Colorado, we were right off of a main road. It was a school bus road, and so it got plowed on a regular basis. And here on the new homestead, we are next to a primary highway. And so it's also going to get plowed on a regular basis if there's significant snow. And it also gives us quick access to all of the medical and school and other necessities off of the homestead that we need. We're about 15 minutes to the nearest town. We're about 10 minutes to the school. And if we have to go into the big city, it's only about a half hour, 45-minute drive, depending upon where we need to go. So while we don't have any infrastructure, we do have some nice cleared pasture land. There's probably 2, maybe 3 acres here that are already cleared. There's a few trees, as you can see, but for the most part, it's just cleared land. Got lots of grass growing. So if we can get this fenced off and put in some loafing sheds, this will make some really nice pasture land for some sheep and goats. So another of our priorities was surface water. And our property actually has quite a large pond on it, but it is very shallow, and it looks like it's pretty much dried up in this summer heat. So this is a seasonal pond right now. If it does dry out completely, I'd like to get down here with the tractor and see if I can't deepen it. But right now, it's, like I said, very shallow, but we do have surface water. So one of the things that we were not looking for with the new homestead was insects. And unfortunately, the new homestead has lots and lots of insects. So this is a giant spider that Mama Bear found hanging from the side view mirror of the truck. There's also plenty of ticks and other bugs. And so we've got a new issue to think about and to work through here on the homestead.
There's one thing that wasn't on our list, but that will be very useful, is rocks. There are a lot of rocks here. Big ones we can use for walls or pathways or steps. Little ones we can use for gravel. And big, giant cliff ones for beauty and climbing.
So with our new property, we've got lots of opportunities and lots of work to do. As we said, we don't have any infrastructure, so we've got gardens to put in, chicken coops, fencing, and so lots of opportunities to show you what we're doing on the homestead in the near future. We hope that you will join us on this new adventure that we are undertaking. And always remember to use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.